Well, hello there, friends and family. Glad to see you all today. And we're here in the kitchen. We're rather busy today. You might wonder what old Mr. Tom's up to. Well, I was out picking some peppers today, and we're still harvesting a few things. Today we picked a couple of green peppers and about a dozen or so banana peppers. And I've got to get those ready to preserve. And the way I'm going to do it is by freezing them. So I thought I'd take you all along while I was doing that, just so kids and everyone know just how I do it. So let me show you what we got and what the first step is. So the first step that you want to do is you want to get them and throw them in some nice cool water and give them a good rinse. I'm going to let them sit in here. What this is going to do, make sure you get rid of any bugs or any weather residue, climate residue, or however you want to call it off them. Now these have been grown 100% organic, so I'm not trying to get rid of any chemicals or any wax. This is going to be the first step. Once we take them out of there, we're going to set them over on a tea towel to dry a bit, which we have laid out right here. So we'll get on with that and we'll come right back. Okay, y'all, we went ahead and washed up these peppers and got a couple of green bells there. Got about a dozen to 15 banana peppers, and I got to thinking about things. I hadn't checked the lunchbox peppers in a day or two, and I had some starting to ripen up. So I went out quickly and picked them off and got them right there. Those are those nice small red ones right there. Now what we're going to be doing is let these dry for a bit, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start de-seeding and chopping them on up, getting them ready to start the first phase of freezing them. And we'll return in just a moment. Okay, y'all, we're back. And it looks like the peppers have dried fairly well. Now, why is it important to let your peppers dry? Well, that deals with how you're going to use them. Now, if I was going to put them in a bag and use them to dump into a stew or soup, I wouldn't care. What I'm going to be doing with these peppers, like many of my peppers, is I'm going to be using these for such things as putting on pizzas, putting on my eggs, scrambled eggs or omelets, and I'll also be using them for other uses where I want to grab a few out and use them without having to use the whole bag. That's why it's so important to go ahead and let them dry. Now we got this little cutting board here, little bamboo cutting board, and we got a couple of pans ready with foil on. Now this is the silicone Reynolds wrap, and why I love it, and I think the guy who invented it should get a medal, nothing sticks to it. So if you don't have it, you don't have to use it. You can just use a regular pan or regular foil. So what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to go ahead and start chopping up these peppers. So y'all, what we got to do now is start cutting up these peppers. And we're going to start with a green bell pepper right here. We're going to start getting it ready to go. And the first thing we need to do is de-seed it. So what you're going to do, you're going to cut around the top here. Just like that. And you're going to take those seeds out. See right there? We're going to set them over there because we're going to save those seeds, because that has been an excellent pepper. Then we're going to slice it in half. And then we're going to quarter it, just like that. That's what you got. Now what we're going to do, start cutting it up in slices. Now, if you like chunky peppers, or if you like smaller peppers, that's your choice. I just sort of slice it up randomly there, as you can see. And you might see a few seeds in there. I'm not too overly concerned with those. If you see some, just rake them out on the counter there. It'll be okay. Counters are all sanitized anyway. So we'll just continue on. See right there? We're going to get that all just like that. All sliced up. And then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and dice them up whatever size you want. Now I do like mine a little bit chunkier. Because I like to put these on pizzas, like to put them in my scrambled eggs, omelets. On occasion, I'll use them to garnish my salads. You can see right there. That's the size I'm going for. And what I'm going to do is continue cut up the remainder of these green peppers, and then I'm going to continue with the banana and lunchbox peppers. So instead of boring you with me chopping up peppers here for the next 30 minutes to an hour, or however long it takes me, we're going to skip ahead to the next process. Now, something I forgot to mention was, you see that white area in there on that pepper? You don't want that. So what you're going to want to do is cut that away. You can see it on this slice. You can see it on this slice. You don't want that white. So all you're going to do is take your knife and you're going to come around. It's really rather flimsy, and of course you're going to want to cut that out. See, right there, you don't want that. There we go. Just take it, cut that little I don't know what to call it, pithy white area out of your peppers, get rid of it. Now if you have a little bit of it, there ain't gonna be no crime. In fact, in reality, if you kept it, I'm not sure how it would taste. I've just always done this. See, I get rid of it. Anywhere there's the white, I cut it away. Like on this one. I'm going to cut that away, or at least the bulk of it, so I have nothing but green, nice green pepper. And once I got thinking about it, I thought I didn't tell you all that. But get rid of that white stuff, okay? So now we're going to go back to chopping up these peppers and get them placed. And we'll come on back and show you where we're at that time, okay? Okay, we got those green bells all finished up. So now we're going to start on these nice big banana peppers. And we're just going to cut that end off. Of course, I'm going to eat that. Then what we're going to do, we're just going to split this pepper. just like that. And then we're going to take it over to the other side, and we're going to split it again. There we go. Got both sides nice and split. Right there. Then what we're going to do, we're going to carefully cut around the top. And hopefully, by doing that, we can remove most of the seeds, just like that. We got the seeds out and that center pithy core. Throw that over to the side. And any remaining seeds we'll just rake out with our finger. Got all those gone. Got a couple here. Sling them out there. Wipe off our cutting board. Now I will say this. Banana peppers are a little bit more difficult to de-seed than bell peppers. But it's definitely worth it, folks. And then what we're going to do with the banana peppers, just put them right together here. Here again, we're going to start slicing them up. However thick you want. I go for 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch. I'm not precise. And boy, I'm going to tell you what. These are going to be fantastic in my morning eggs. Or on those days I'm a little bit lazy, when I'm dressing up pizza. See, there we have it. Now we got them. We're just going to come back and give them a little chop. Size them down some. I mean, nothing's got to be perfect, folks. I mean, I see in recipes all the time, people are talking about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Come on. You just do it the way you want to do it, and it'll be just fine. Can't be really too small or too large, as long as you're happy with it. Now I do take some of these longer ones and cut them in half, but that's because I tend to want to stretch my peppers throughout the winter months and really have any use in my preference from a culinary standpoint. All I know is once these are sort of individually frozen, they are going to be fantastic in whatever I do with them. So we're going to go ahead and finish up the rest of these banana peppers, and we'll come back to you, show you where we're at. Okay. We've chopped up some of these peppers. There was the green bell peppers we chopped up. And here is a tray of green bell peppers, banana peppers, and almost ripe banana pepper. And you can see what we've done. We spread them out in a single thin layer along these pans. Now you just don't want them to be crowded. They can be touching a little bit. The whole point is so they don't freeze in one solid mass. Now even if they're touching, they may freeze together initially. But when we start to get these and put them in the bags, they'll break apart. And we'll get them in the bags rapidly. And that way they'll be separate when we pull them out of the freezer. And want to open that bag and use a few from time to time. So now what we got to do is get them in the freezer. So, got a little problem with my freezer. Well, come on over here, I'll show it to you. Now this is a 35 cubic foot freezer. Right here. And you can see, it's rather full. But we do got a little bit of space right up there on the top. You can see, the door's full too. Now what's in the foil packages is of course all that meat I've been buying over the last few months. And I bought enough meat to get me through the season. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the pans of those peppers, which we have right here, and we're going to very carefully set them up on top of that fine meat that we had. Right there. See it? And we're going to leave them in there for an hour. And they'll freeze up. And then we'll be taking them out. And we'll be sticking them in to some prepared and marked freezer bags. Which then they'll come right back in this freezer. So there we have it. We got them up there. We'll just close this bad boy back up. It's set at 0 degrees. But we still got plenty more to do. And of course, if I had more freezer space, this process wouldn't take as long. But as you can see, I don't. So I've got to put them through in batches. So when we're ready to take these out, start bagging them up, we'll show you what we got. Okay, y'all, back at the freezer again. We got to get these peppers on out and get them in some bags. And this is where you can't mess around. You gotta get her done. You can't be talking. Can't be on your phone. You gotta get this done for these defrost any. So what we're gonna do is get them thrown in this bag real quick that we got prepared for them. Okay? You can see they're all frosty. So I'll set up the camera. Let's get her done. So here we got the bag. And we cannot play around. Got a tray there up. Gonna get a spatula. We're just gonna rake these off real quick. Just like that. We're gonna start getting them in this bag. Just like that. You can't play with this. Otherwise, they'll defrost enough to stick back together. And that was why we did all this in the first place. So they're all nice and separate. Okay? So you gotta hustle it. So there, you got them in there, right there. Now let's get the other tray. Here we got that other tray right there. We'll get our bag over here, like we got. Take our spatula, keep raking them on in there. Quickly, folks. And of course, we're gonna make a mess of it. If you can, try to limit using your hands. It don't take much to get these peppers heated up to the point where they're going to defrost on. As much as I love all of y'all, I really do want to get these peppers put up so I can enjoy them all winter long. And I hate to have to touch any of them. Sometimes you just got to. So we got that pan done. And we got a few on the counter here. We're just going to throw them in real quick. So there we have it. Nice big old bag. Of course, we're making a mess out of it right here. And we're going to get it sealed up. Let me show you how we suck the air out of that real quick, okay? That's a super tip. So if you're like me, may not have a vacuum sealer. So what we're going to use, we're going to take the straw and we're going to put it in this bag, okay? Let me show you what we're going to do here. Okay, y'all, got a straw here, got our bag. Just going to seal that up most of the way. And we're going to take this straw and we're going to stick it in here. We're going to seal it up to where the straw is in the end. Then what we're going to do is we sucked out the air. See? Just like that. Now, this bag's ready to go back in the freezer. And we'll have these fine, sweet diced peppers all winter long. Make sure you're sealed good. Push it nice and flat. And we're going to get back in that freezer right now. Of course, I don't know where we're going to put it. Let's see where we got some room, okay? So, you gotta find a place to stick this bad boy real quick. And for right now, we're just gonna stick it right in there. We still gotta keep that open. We got a lot more peppers to process and individually freeze. As you can see right here, we still got a few left. We need to get to chopping, dicing, de-seeding. Get them all in the freezer too. So, there you have it, friends and family, kids. That's how I do peppers to go in the freezer. And they'll be individually frozen. And I'll be able to take them out of those bags. And I'll probably get another bag, maybe 2 more. And I'll be able to enjoy them throughout the winter months. In all kinds of dishes, like I said. I throw them in my eggs. I toss them on pizzas. I throw them in the stir fries, fried rice, you name it. Just can't beat it. And if you haven't grown your own peppers and put them up, you don't know what you're missing. When I was cutting these peppers, they were so juicy, just couldn't believe it. And so flavorful. So y'all, until I see you next time, in the next video, y'all take care. Stay safe out there. And God bless each and every one of you. Goodbye for now.